Hello, fellow lights and light travelers. This week's reading was a very beautiful one, speaking about being on the precipice of many good things to come. The emphasis that I noticed and especially picked up on even after the reading was the fact that both oracles from guides came through about learning. So this is speaking about the learning that leads to light. Just know it's right around the corner. I hope you enjoy the reading. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your year. And I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful 2026. Hello, fellow lights and light travelers. Welcome again to Light Journeys Tarot. I appreciate your being here and connecting your energy with mine. I'm going to read and see what the energies want to bring through, what Spirit wants to bring through for the collective that is connecting today. So let's see what comes through. I'm going to be using the Dark Mansion Tarot. Two cards came out already. So you've got the Knight of Pentacles and Strength. Let's see. The Three of Cups. Beautiful. Let's see if that comes out okay. All right. So with the Knight of Pentacles, you often get long-term abundance, steady progress. This kind of messaging. Let's see what's coming through for me. Sorry. Little crystal piece there. So immediately my eyes were drawn here, and I hear what came into my mind was the phrase greener pastures, like looking out over the horizon. So this feels like something that is incoming. This feels just like the keywords say, this feels very stable. We're on the precipice, or as a collective, everybody who's connecting to this is on this precipice of a stable future, of that horizon just beyond the horizon. It's about to come, right? You're on the precipice of this stable, happy future that has abundance is coming in. And I was drawn to the horse's feet. So I heard like you've got all your feet on the ground. This isn't something that feels whimsical and, a lofty dream, or like, I wish this would. This feels like this is very grounded, and this is something that's coming in. So as a collective, there are greener pastures on the horizon, more abundance, more stability. This is grounded, and it is happening, and it is just around the bend. This is just about to happen, and there are clear skies. So this is beautiful. Cool. I always like good things coming through. So strength is like overcoming obstacles, endurance, bringing in, let's see, that empowerment is the word that I'm looking for. Empowerment. Immediately I'm drawn to the woman, and she's leaning on the lion. And the phrase that came into my mind is, you do this with ease. And it almost is like, not only have you tamed, no, tame is not the right word. You have learned to balance and sit with your power. You are realizing, what came into my mind is this: you are infinite and you are powerful, but you are powerful in the most beautiful and elegant of ways, right? This is just a knowing, a recognizing of yourself. This is kind of looking at you like, yeah, didn't you know this whole time you've been a powerful creator, that you've been this powerful, beautiful thing that's one with nature, that you are part of nature, that it's all a balance? And look at you now, like you are able to control that powerful aspect of yourself. And I feel like all of you is powerful, but you've got this beautiful ease and balance with it. You've finally come into this relaxation and knowing that you're like, yeah, you know, I'm a boss. This doesn't mean, it doesn't have to be, it shouldn't come through as egotistical. It is a recognition and an acknowledgement of self, right? This isn't somebody that's going out and throwing it in people's faces. No, this is you relaxing into the knowledge that you are more powerful and have always been more powerful than you realize. And you're at ease with that. So it's like you're moving into this new era with ease and strength. And perhaps part of this energy that you are now embodying is what's bringing in these greener pastures around the corner and this stability, because you're sitting within your knowledge of self in a graceful way. It's not in an egotistical way. This is in a conscientious way. This is in a, I am calling my strength back from all the times I was made to believe I was less than or I was weaker than I am. No, I know I'm strong. That doesn't mean I have to hold anything over you. No, I am just calling back my true self, my true power, my true energy. And I am relaxed with it because I know I am eternal, and I have always been this, and I will always be this. The sun will always rise because that's just how the universe works. Beautiful. Three of Cups is like celebration, togetherness, synchronicities. Let's see. Again, I feel like there's that abundance that's coming in, like together in harmony. This will bring about, the phrase I'm looking for is like for all to eat at the table. Does that make sense? For everyone's table to be full, for there to be balance and harmony and synchronicity and celebration. So I feel like within this, you know, greener pastures around the corner, we're on the precipice, you've remembered your strength and you're stepping into it, which is helping to create this reality. And also as a result of stepping into this power and this reality coming in, this is also part of that reality that's going to be coming in. So there's going to be a balance. And it's kind of like, you know, that triangle, that equal balance, that perfect harmony of balance upon one another, right? People working together. And, you know, like the triangles and, you know, anything in three. So you've got in certain religions, you know, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, or, you know, you've got those different entities. I feel like this is coming back into harmony and into balance in your life and in the lives of the collective whole. And it's flowering through, and it's going to be beautiful. So this looks really nice. This is like a really nice, beautiful end of the year reading, right? So this is bringing in, we're on the precipice, and perhaps this is even the energies of what's coming in for 2026, because we're right at the end of this year. We're stepping into our power in a beautiful, reclaimed way, and not egotistical. This is like, this feels calm. This feels, I have my power. I know that I can create. This is going to bring in better pastures, and there's going to be this working together, this harmony, this balance, not only internally, societally, and also cosmically is what this feels like. Beautiful. All right. So let's grab an oracle and see what the oracles want to add. All right, today I'm feeling pulled to use the Archangel Oracle cards, so let's see what comes through. Oh, geez, Louise. Sorry. Let me keep full. I'm not going to count that. Let's keep shuffling. Okay, feeling called to stop here. Teaching and learning. Archangel Zadkiel says, keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. Thank you, Zadkiel. Beautiful. So this could be also in this new era that's coming through, right? Your embodiment of your strength in a loving way, right? This isn't aggression, this is ease. And this new thing that's coming through, this balance, perhaps in working in harmony with one another in this synchronistic vision of how these next chapters are going to go. We will both be, by both and we, I mean you as an individual and the collective as a whole, right, are going to be teaching and learning, right? Keeping an open mind, learning new ideas, and then teaching one another. So this could be in the ways of what came through into my mind is like, you know, sustainability, agriculturalness to help create a more sustainable future, working together to learn to open up to our senses, right? So, you know, trusting those gut feelings, right? That there's a name of it. There's clairsentience, right? That is a gut feeling. You know, you can't, everybody gets these things and oftentimes we're taught to ignore them. So it's learning how to listen again and trust those feelings, right? And you have to learn to navigate when things come through from an egotistical way. So when a feeling's coming through or a thought and it feels like you want to control a situation or there's a fear around it, okay, learn to release that. That's not coming for the highest good. But when you hear something coming in and it's loving and it's nurturing and it's beneficial to all, you know, trusting those messages, those feelings, and then applying them, right? I've just got a feeling that I need to reach out to somebody, right? Trusting that clairsentience again. And then you reach out to your friend and boom, oh yeah, you know what? I needed to talk to you. I wanted to hear from you. I feel like we need to start working on, you know, working together towards cleaning up the earth, you know, lowering pollution, going out and exercising more, being in community, getting, you know, bells and music and stuff back into the atmosphere so these spaces are kind of nice and relaxing, working together and teaching and learning from one another and being open-minded as long as it's for the highest good and receptive to the things that we can learn that we don't remember, that we already innately know, and possibly new things that you just aren't aware of in this incarnation, right? So just being open to teaching and learning from another. Cool. I'm going to pull one more card. The other deck I was drawn to is the Divine Master. So let's see what comes through. All right, let's shuffle these up. All right. Ishtar, in our learnings, follow your heart and truth prevails. Beautiful. Let's see what the book says. All right, so the guidebook says, Ishtar, whose name means the precious, is the East Semitic, Akkadian, Assyrian, and Babylonian goddess of love and war. She is known as Inanna, I do apologize if I'm pronouncing anything incorrectly, by the Sumerians, and Astarte by the North Semitic peoples. She has many names and many faces. As long ago as 4000 BCE, she was acknowledged as the Queen of Heaven, protector of the cosmos, and instigator of truth. She was often depicted with 6 and 8-pointed stars, which were originally general symbols of the heavens. But in the Old Babylonian period, she became associated with Venus, the planet of love and desire. Many people have been challenged by the fact that Ishtar is linked to both love and war. Interesting. From my own impressions, this is the writer, of the energy she represents, I believe she helps us connect with the root energy of desire, including the desire to fight for what we believe in. When she appears, only the truth can prevail. All right, so maybe we're on the precipice of what's coming in and we're stepping into our strength in a loving way, because we are meant to, I don't want to use the word fight, we are meant to guard and usher in with love and strength, like that balance, what we believe in, which is this new greener pasture where there's this synchronicity and harmony. All right. It says your message, information is being revealed to you and it's important to listen. So here we go, teaching, learning, keeping an open mind, learning new ideas. So there's that openness, right? It's important to listen, especially as there's a good chance it will bring a war between your head and your heart. Okay. You are being guided to listen to your heart, the part of you that makes decisions based on what feels better rather than what makes sense. You may have to make a decision that makes you feel like you're losing out, but in fact will lead you to a feeling of finding treasure or even feeling treasured. You are being encouraged to seek the truth now, even if it is challenging or difficult. It's important to honor it. The truth will always prevail, whether it be now or in the future. You are being guided to save yourself emotional strain and also time by allowing what needs to be shared, said, felt, and communicated in order to be more connected to your heart and ultimately for the highest good of all. So I'm going to bring this in because I felt like, 2025 is a 9-year in numerology. It is a year of endings, and we are going into this new year. And I keep getting the message of in 2026, it's a fresh start. It's a 1. Perhaps you're being invited with this card to speak your truths in a loving way, to being open to listening and receiving truths, and to leaving behind what no longer serves you so that you can impassionately move towards what's just around the corner, this greener pasture, this new fresh beginning that's bringing in this newness, this love, this balance, this harmony, as you step into the true power of yourself, right? And in this, we are going to, as a collective, be both teaching one another and learning from one another in love and in grace, with the highest intentions for ourselves and for all in mind. The balance is loving ourselves and loving each other in a balanced way. So this is a beautiful message coming into the new year. I hope that you all finish off 2025 year strong, that you leave behind what no longer serves, and you have a beautiful start to your new year. This is going to be beautiful. There's beautiful things on the horizon. So breathe, release, trust yourself, trust that strength, step out of ego, step into love, into your heart space. And I hope you all have a beautiful 2026. I will catch you then. Thanks again. Please do leave a like and reshare if you enjoy, and I'll catch you in 2026. Bye.